Gina, how are you doing? I'm Ronnie.
Fine, thank you. Finally, I get to interview you.
Okay.
I wanted to interview you since you were with Pretty Maids, so
Okay. All
now's my
right.
chance.
Here you go. Were you coming from Brussels or what?
I'm from Ypres,
From where?
Ypres,
Oh, okay.
where
That's
all
in
the
Belgium.
yes, Belgium, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's not one of the cities I ever heard about, but
Okay, but you should visit it. It's
I
very
should.
nice. Yes.
Okay. I've got some good friends in Belgium actually. So
Okay. Maybe one day.
maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about your new studio album, Make It Count. It will be
Yeah.
released on March the 18th,
True. Yeah.
almost 1 year to the day after the release of One Shot.
Very close. Very close. Apart from 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah,
Wow.
the last album came out. I just checked. Actually, it was out in March on March 12 last year. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's pretty. I guess it's pretty rare these days that that you put out two albums in a year. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like when I was a kid in the '70s, and the bands I used to listen to did that. You know, but I mean, what else could I do? I mean, I had the ideas, and I couldn't tour or anything, so because of COVID, so
Hmm.
it was pretty obviously to do something. Yeah.
Yeah. How stressful was it to make the album, or was it just relaxing for you?
Well, you've been, as I, I've been struggling with cancer, right?
Hmm.
And I said all the time that I use I use music has been my therapy,
Yes.
to instead of talking to a psychologist. I mean, that worked for somebody, but for me, it was just a way of getting my inner thoughts and out of my system, get my song ideas out of my system,
Yeah.
and some of the lyrical content, of course, is related to what I've been going through for the last 2.5 years, and due to the fact, and it's a solo album, or these are solo albums, I could do it. It could be personal, it could be reflecting, and
Yeah.
little bit melancholic because I'm presenting myself and not a band here. Because if it was
Hmm.
with three mates, I mean, when I'm with them, I'm kind of presenting a band, so you can't really write
Yeah.
personal stuff way. But it's been kind of my savior. I mean, today I'm feeling good, and I just had the results from the last scans, and everything is still looking good. So
Oh,
it's
that's
at
good
ease.
news.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just was told
And you
last
look
Friday.
good.
Thank you.
Yes,
but I
really.
mean, I didn't lose weight or anything. I didn't lose
Yeah.
my hair and my nails and stuff like that. Some people get really sick from
Yeah.
chemo and radiation, and I'm just saying I've been very fortunate in that way because I went through it without any really big issues. I mean, I threw up a couple of times. I felt sick when I had chemo at some time, but nothing really serious. I've
Yeah.
seen other patients and other friends I have being really sick from it. But and I'm grateful I didn't. So
Yeah.
that's. Mm.
I must say, there were many fans and media that were very surprised about the first album you made, first solo album. Um, I'm very surprised at what they will think about Make It Count. Did you have any reactions already, or?
Actually, I haven't seen any reviews yet. Really, I've seen one, and that was really good. But when you do a new album, you're always very anxious and excited
Yeah.
about how the reaction is going to be. And I was totally stoked and blown away from the reaction from the first album because I didn't really know what to expect because
Yeah.
it's more pop and more melodic than what I normally do with Pretty Maids. But this is the great thing about doing solo material. If you take the new album, a song like the title track, Make It Count, is not a song I would ever consider doing with Pretty Maids.
Mhm.
But I think people won't be disappointed if people. I seriously think that if people like the first album, they'll like this one too. But
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know
so.
yet. Yeah, let's see, let's see. But
Yeah, I
I'm pretty.
think. Yeah, I'm
There's
sure they will.
a lot of good songs on it. So and good songs is the key word here. A good melody and good catchy melody and good
Yeah.
songs. That's what it's all about. Because my music is not based around riffs or anything. It's as a solo artist. Of course, when I work with Pretty Maids, I wrote songs with the guitarist who wants there to be something exciting to play as a guitarist. And it was more riff oriented. But here, the first thing is the melody. That's what counts, you know. And sometimes the melody comes first, and I put the chords underneath, and sometimes the other way around. So, but I'm a pop animal, you know. I've always been a sucker for a good melody, you know. That's not a secret. So, yeah, but I'm pleased with it.
Yeah, why not? My personal favorite track is Blood Cried Out. Don't ask me why, but it's
I won't.
the lyrics, the catchy thing.
Mm.
Which song would you choose to play to a Ronnie Atkins version?
From the new album.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's difficult. I think one of the most interesting songs I've written in a long time is "Make It Count," the title track. Actually, I would say, like what do you call it? Blood Cries Out is the song I wrote with Chris Laney, actually, in Stockholm, the only one, actually. And it's more like, I was actually a kind of, come on, I've done that for 40 years now, you know, because I know that could have been on a Pretty Maids album, you know. But also, I mean, I wanted to, there was enough pop songs and ballads and stuff like that, you know, so it was actually great to do something more heavy, some more metal kind of stuff, you know. And lyrically, it's just about, I think I wrote the lyrics after watching the documentary on Netflix called How to Become a Tyrant. You know, that's what it's about, and it's very, very relevant right now when you look at the Russian aggression against the Ukraine. But it could have been about Kim Jong Un, or it could have been about Assad in Syria, about dictatorship. Basically, that's what the song is about. So yeah, but I mean, it's difficult for me to pinpoint one song. But I'd say one of my favorite songs on the new album is absolutely "Make It Count," the title track. I think it's interesting. Yeah, it starts off as a ballad and then turns into something completely different, almost a mix between hard rock and 70s disco.
Well, I had the chance, I had the opportunity to listen to the whole album, and I must say the fans are going to be blasted away.
I hope so. Absolutely hope so.
Yes.
I hope. Yeah, because I mean, when I write songs, it's like first. You know, basically, as I said, I use it as some kind of a therapy for myself to occupy myself with something positive. But it's also so you know, first, you know, for me, music is a bit like masturbation. You know, it's like you do it to please yourself. But you know what I'm saying? It's very rude to say it like that, but you know what I mean. And then I'm just very fortunate if people seem to like it. You know, but and it's like if you write a good song, if you write a song on an acoustic guitar, or if you write a song on a piano, you immediately have the feeling, is this good? Is this going to work? This is catchy. If it sticks in your head, you know it's good. Then it's a matter of how you wrap it up, how you produce it. And we decided from the first album on this one too, that let's produce it in the way so it's kind of suitable to the people that's been listening to Pretty Maids and been following me for the last 40 years, you know. And that's the intention.
Has it been that long?
It has been that long.
Wow.
Since 81, 82, you know, 80, yeah, it has actually.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a long time. And what does it tell me? It tells me that I'm an old man, you know. But I was only 17 when I joined the band, you know. So
wow,
it's
amazing.
A long time ago.
Yeah, amazing.
But I still feel like I'm 17 though. I just gotta say, not my body. But
yeah, I know. I was just about to say the mind says 17 and the body says, no way. Yeah, I know. How important do you feel it is for a solo artist or a band to have a close and personal interaction with your fans?
Well, I think it's good. I've always been like, basically I always had this thing, you know, that, you know, if it wasn't because of the fans, I wouldn't be here, you know, there would be nobody to buy my albums. So I've always, through the years, tried to be nice and polite when I met fans backstage, or, you know, and so on. And these days, it's when we have the internet and social media, you're actually in pretty close contact with your fans.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I normally, if I can, I try to answer people when they wrote in my private kind of box on my Facebook site. You know, but some people misinterpret this, you know, and you know, come with "Will you marry me?" kind of offers and that kind of shit. Who wants to fucking marry a 57-year-old man with cancer? Come on, get real. No, but you know, I try to answer people as much as I can, and you know, they also has been very good for me, because this is the thing is, when I got cancer, I had so much love and so many sweet messages and greetings and advice coming from fans from all over the world to me on the social media. And I'm truly very, very grateful for that, because it meant a lot to me when times were tough, and to all those dark hours I went through, that they had my back, you know, that I had all this backup. And also some has been writing to me and said that doing what I do by keep creating music and, you know, trying to be positive about things has been an inspiration to them, or somebody they knew, or something like that. So that's cool. That's great. That's nice to know.
Yeah. When they have the same disease you have, or the same problems you have, they can say, "Oh, he's going away. He's going to make it. He's making music. He's doing well."
Exactly. I'm taking up the fight, you know. I mean, cause I said all that, but it's also, I said before, I wasn't that sick while I went through all the shit, you know. And on top of that, I had immune therapy for 2 years. I don't get it anymore, and I also had some issues there. But generally, the thing is that you have two paths you can go by. You know, you can sit down and feel sorry for yourself, or you can say, no fucking way. It's not going to get me. Eventually, maybe one day it will get me. But as long as I can, I'll write music and sing, because that's what I love the most in life, apart from my family. But so if that can be an inspiration to other people, then I'm very happy.
Okay. So what is the most memorable concert you've ever been to?
No, I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, it's really difficult to say. But I think Monsters of Rock in 1987 in Nuremberg, Germany. We played for like 7,000 people, and we opened the whole show. It was Deep Purple headlining, it was Dio, Metallica, Rats in the Room, all these kind of bands. And that was when the Future World album just was released a couple of months before that. It was our first gig in Germany on that tour, I think. And we were just blown away by the reception we had. And I was so nervous that I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my life. That's definitely one of them. I remember the first gig we ever did in Japan back in 90, I think it was also very memorable. But there's been a lot of memorable concerts, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to be, I like playing the big venues and stuff like that, but I also like to play small clubs with 200 people, because there's a very fabulous atmosphere sometimes. It's like having a good party in your living room, you know. But there's been a lot. I mean, there's been a lot. Absolutely. Also, I think my first concert with Alantasia, this is in South America, was also amazing. The first time I played there. That's been a lot of good memories.
What do you like best and worst about touring?
I like that. That's a very, very easy question to answer, because I mean, I'm a restless soul and I'm a restless person in generally, you know, when I'm on the road. I love when I'm on stage, you know, but the rest of the time, and when we finished playing, we normally go out in the bus or back to the hotel, have a couple of beers and listen to music and talk about how it works. That part of it I love, you know, but the whole day waiting to get in there and do what you do, what you're supposed to do, that's just I mean, a lot of people said that before me. It's a lot of waiting around, and I'll be like going out on the tour bus. The other guys can go out and say, hey, I'm going to take a nap for 2 hours or 3 hours. But you know, so I go out, I start reading a book or watch some television for 20 minutes, then I go back into the catering, have a cup of coffee. I can't relax. You know? And the other thing I hate about touring, and I hate that, is all the waiting and security checks, flying, all the traveling part of it. You know, it's just a bitch when you've done it for so many years.
If you just start, maybe that's if you just start as a band, you get a kick out of it. But
absolutely, that's not how I felt back in the day, you know. But I'm saying, you ask me how I feel now. No, man, in the 80s and the 90s, I enjoyed it to the full, man. It was my dream come true. That's basically what all I really dreamed about, was going on tour and playing live in front of people.
And you did it.
And I did it.
And you still do. And you still do.
And I just actually just announced a couple of gigs on my own now here in May to begin with, in here in Scandinavia. but just a couple of shows just to check myself out, because I haven't been on a stage for 2.5 years. And I lost 20% of my lung capacity. So, I can still sing and stuff like that, but I got to pace myself. And my breathing is not what it used to be. So it's going to be a challenge, but I like challenges.
Yes,
I think
of course.
it's going to be great.
Life is a challenge.
Life is a challenge. And it's going to be great to see face a live crowd again.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do that. Really.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping to interview you live one day.
Oh.
And not from behind the computer.
Yeah, yeah, that is. Yeah, but the thing is, for me, it's like, particularly these days, the last 2.5 years, it's been very difficult to plan anything, partly because of COVID, and it's still kind of a ghost down Europe. Now we got this whole war situation going on. But apart from that, my cancer situation is that I always have to, every time I want to travel, if I just want to go to Hamburg, I got to seek for permission from something called SOS Denmark, for insurance reasons. So everything is just because otherwise I'm not insured, So, and then I have to pay for myself to get back home and stuff in hospital. And shit, it's expensive as hell. So everything is just more complicated. But I definitely plan to go through Europe and do some gigs later this year. I hope so.
Okay. What do you feel is your biggest accomplishment so far?
Well, I think the biggest accomplishment right now is that I'm still alive,
Yes.
My biggest accomplishment is that when I was 10 years old, I dreamed about being a rock star, making my own music, recording an album and go out and tour with it, So that's so great. I succeeded in doing that, and we did that with Pretty Maids. So we had a real good run, for all those years. We did some stupid contracts and made some wrong decisions and stuff like that, but we carried out our childhood dream, and then I'm happy that I've done these 2 albums on my own. Of course, with good help from friends, but I couldn't have done it on my own. But that's another great accomplishment. As I said before, I was really happy, for the reception of these albums. Or for the first album, I haven't really seen the reaction so far from the new one. But
yes, well, you got my reaction already. So
yeah, your reaction. That was good. Pleased to hear.
But it's from the heart.
Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. What can we expect from you live?
Well, if now I go on and do this couple of shows, it's going to be 4 or 5 gigs to begin with here in Scandinavia in May. I'm going to play like the majority of the concert will be my own songs, and then probably Pretty Maids songs too. I haven't really made a set list yet, but that's what I want to do. And then hopefully I'll be I might hit the road this year, maybe do some gigs with Avantasia. I don't know. And I hopefully I'll take my own stuff and with my own band to Germany, Europe, Spain, whatever, Belgium, Holland, whatever.
Yes,
possible, depending on some offers from promoters and stuff like that. So see if it's financially possible. Another thing is that all these guys I'm playing with, my touring lineup, are all in all other kind of projects and bands. So it's kind of a puzzle to make ends meet. To make it happening. So that's a challenge too. It's not as easy as you had like your own band kind of, but these guys are playing with King Diamond and, all kinds of bands.
So the schedules have to be exact.
It has to fit everybody's schedule.
Yeah, that could be a problem. I know.
You can.
Which are your 2 favorite albums of all time? Not your own, but
no, I was just going to mention my own.
I will mention them later on again. No worries.
It's such a difficult question. It's probably not the right ones I'm saying. But I say, Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles is. I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Oh, really?
That probably is the one. And it's a good question. It could be. It could be Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, it could be Queen, I can't say. Maybe A Night at the Opera, because that has one of the greatest pop rock songs ever done. in Bohemian Rhapsody, you know. So, but I mean, it could be 200 others, really. I mean, I'm not good at
Yeah, I know.
finding out too, but that's definitely 2 albums that had a certain impact on me.
Okay. Can you tell us why we should buy your music? I know, because it's just good.
Yeah, that's it. You answered yourself. I mean,
No, but you can answer it.
yeah, I mean, well, what do I know? I mean, you support me. You support a good case. No, I think you should buy it if you like. But you got to buy it. Don't stream it. Then you got to buy it. Well, because I think it's good albums. You know, it's good if you like melodic rock and a little
Yeah.
metal too. You know, and you like good songs. I think you won't be disappointed if you buy it. One shot and make it count.
Okay. I'll get the, I will make sure they buy your albums and everything. Don't worry.
That's good. That's good.
Can you give me 4 words to describe Ronnie?
Nice.
Hmm?
Good looking. No, I'm kidding you.
Well, still good looking.
What am I say? Determined.
Uh-huh.
Thankful.
Mhm.
Restless.
Mhm.
And positive.
Nice.
That was
Yeah.
just 4 words. I'll probably find 10. But that was 4 words.
Okay, thank you. And do you have some final words for your fans and our viewers and listeners?
Absolutely. Yeah, I hope you like the new album, Make It Count. And I like the first one too. And I want to thank you all for your support. You know, it means a lot to me, not just buying my stuff, but all the support, as I said before, all the support I had out of the social medias, you know, in regards to my illness and stuff like that. So, and I hope I'm going to face you all live at some point, you know. Absolutely. That'll be a dream come true for me. So, yeah.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Yes. Ronnie, I would really, really like to thank you for this interview. I really enjoyed it, and I hope we'll meet one day live.
That would be fun. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Can tell from that look in your eyes, you gotta confide in yourself. Every little moment, make it count. Every precious smile you see around, every wishful dream that may come true. You gotta remember, every traveled mile, just make it count. Every day of life that you're allowed, every ray of light that shines on you. Blaze yourself before the fire dies out. Take it all in your sails. I said there's no regrets when you've passed the line.